Hi everybody, Jeff Miller, Absolute Fitness and Sports Performance. I'm here today to talk to you a little bit about nutrition. Nutrition is a huge subject and we could spend hours discussing nutrition. There's books and videos and programs all about nutrition. But I want to boil it down to make it simple. And I want to spend about less than 5 minutes telling you everything you possibly need to know about nutrition. Okay, first of all, I've been in the business for over 20 years and I have lots of people who want me to buy, sell their supplements, buy their programs, get my members on their programs. And I've always resisted, feeling like, you don't need that for nutrition. There are some basics in nutrition that you need to understand. And if you can follow those, it's not easy, but if you can follow those, you'll make great results. So let's talk a little about nutrition. And I made some points here on the board for you. So first of all, calories. We have spent a lifetime counting calories. Calories in versus calories out. Always been a big issue when it comes to from dieting and nutrition, weight loss, anything along those lines. Well, I am actually going to take calories off the board. Because calories actually aren't that important. And it's more complicated than I realized, but what I mean is calories depends on the type of calories. So there's been a lot of research that shows calories are not where your focus should be on nutrition. So we'll move on from calories. Meal frequency, and I used to preach this a lot when I was a younger trainer. Hey, you gotta eat every 3 hours, and that's the key, that's the secret. And the reality is that's not true for everybody. So if you're a person who needs to eat every 3 hours, great. If you're a person who eats once or twice a day, that doesn't mean you need to start being a person who eats every 3 hours. So that's another one we can take off the board. Meal frequency. Okay, that leaves us with sugars, fats, and proteins. Well, I'm old enough that I've been part of that low-fat, no-fat generation for years, and when I was in college, that was a huge thing they used to preach to us. Hey, low-fat foods are the way to go. They reduce your risk for heart disease. If you're trying to get healthy and fit, you need to get low-fat in your diet. The reality is there's no research that actually backs that up, and it's been one of those things sort of propagated by whoever, and it's not reality. So fat is actually good, and we want fat in our diet, so I tell people don't worry about your fat intake. And that leaves us with just two things, sugar and protein. Those are our two things. So here we go. Sugar is the enemy. And there's lots of research to back this up. So when I talk to people about nutrition, I say don't count your calories, don't worry about your meal distribution, worry about how much sugar is in everything you eat. The lower you get on the sugar, generally speaking, the better off you're gonna be. So your goal should be to get the sugar out of your diet. Make it simple. It sounds easy, it's not, trust me. It's one of the most addictive substances that we have in this world. It works in the same parts of your brain that drugs do. So that's why sugar is so addictive and so challenging. But sugar is your enemy. The other part of that, of course, is making sure we get enough protein. And actually, I'm going to put fat back on the board because here's the deal. So we put fat back. Okay. So in reality, we need to make sure we get enough fat and enough protein to help us out. Fat fuels the brain. It helps create that sense of satisfaction that you get when you eat, and you feel more satisfied. Generally speaking, you'll be less likely to indulge in the sugary sweet snacks. Protein, our body needs protein to build muscles, to stay strong, helps us function. So if we can get that sugar out, right, and it kind of goes hand in hand with flour, if we can get those things out, we'll make huge progress in our world of nutrition and fitness. So simplified it down. I know it can be more complicated than that, but generally speaking, depending on where most people are at, if we start here, you'll make great results. So for more information on that, feel free to contact us, Jeff Miller, Absolute Fitness and Sports Performance. Thank you so much.